Hello, welcome back to Herald Hearth. I'm Auntie A, and today I'd like to bring you a timeless reading. So please take a moment and take a breath. Become present with yourself, all the way in and all the way out, kind of like an accordion. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new here, hello. I'm glad to host. All right. There was a message to start this off about nourishing ourselves. Spirit's like, eat breakfast before you sit down and do this. So maybe there's a message about whoever's watching this, a reminder, gentle, from your ancestors. Hey, if you haven't eaten, try to eat. If you haven't had your water yet, drink some water. And let's get into this message. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians. For those present watching this video right now, what do they need to hear in this moment? In their now moment? I hear somebody's been waiting for something. Somebody has been waiting for an answer, for a clear answer. And there's been some frustration growing because it feels like the answer is not coming. I'm hearing change of style, so I'm going to just change the style. I'm even shuffling these in. Hold on. Change up your tactics. Try something new. And pay attention. It's possible that the message won't come through in the way it normally does. Yeah, see, normally I don't feel like there's just a card in the closed deck, but right now, whatever this one is, and this one too. Okay, cool. Back of the deck. Upside or down? Upside down. Okay, the Emperor. I'm not getting a clear answer on whether it's upright or down, but there is a 9 of Cups behind it, so I'm going to keep it upright. Let's see here. What do we have, Spirit? What's going on? Woo! 4 of Swords in reverse. And the 7 of Swords. Interesting. Is that why you were talking about having it upside down? Yeah, okay. So we have Fenrir here, which is, I believe, from Norse mythology. And he is the wolf that's held in stasis until the end of the world. And then I believe this is a trickster coyote, but I'd like to make sure before I get into it, because I feel like there's a reason we're using this deck in particular and not a Rider-Waite or Smith-Waite deck for this. So thank you for your patience while I take a look at this and figure out exactly what words Spirit wants to talk about. Okay. I'm hearing talk about this one first. All right, I'll save that one. Okay. Yeah, so this is a Salish legend, Coast Salish, which is a Pacific Northwest community of indigenous tribes. The 7 of Swords is a trickster, and the coyote represents deceit in all its forms. He's clever and manipulative, but more often than not, he's caught in his own schemes and has to pay dearly for them. So I'm hearing somebody tried to cut corners. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm hearing paranoia. I'm hearing looking over the shoulder. Okay, what's going on here, Spirit? Let's talk about this now. What's going on? This is North mythology. The 4 swords signals a pause in battle. They know Fenrir will bring about the end of the world, so they have him bound and chained while he still represents a threat. There is now respite, but it's upside down. So there's an awakening. A returning. There's strength happening here. These two? No, leave them in. Okay. More cards from this? No. Interesting. We're starting off with the Tarot of the Divine. I think we're going to go straight into the Citadel deck. This feels like there's some confusion, like there's some fogginess around it. It's almost like a message of like, where is there smoke? Because where there's smoke, there's fire. It's almost like somebody's being distracted. These two? Yeah. Somebody's being distracted from the bigger problem, the Hound. Interesting. We have three canines here, actually. Loyalty, chains, and promises. A dissolution of the sword of truth. Okay. What's going on here? Self-worth and trade and divine timing and evaluation. What's happening here, Spirit? Ooh. I'm hearing you're cheating yourself out of your worth. Oh my goodness. Okay. No wonder we're starting off with like kind of a, I don't want to say accusatory energy. I don't even want to say finger pointing energy, but kind of an intense energy. Spirit isn't really playing around. They're not mincing words on this one, I feel like. And I feel like I have to honor that and not mince words either. There's more smoke in this card as well. And there is divine timing and evaluation. So there's something here about your self-worth. Sorry, give me a moment. My dog is drinking and I can't, I'm struggling to think. Give me one moment here. Thank you, dear. I'm feeling some frustration, like not even just from like sounds outside of myself, but like I'm feeling it along my spine. I'm feeling it like down the center of my back. And I feel like there's something here. I'm actually seeing like there's a seed and I'm seeing this hand like plucking it up out of the ground so it doesn't go to seed. It doesn't continue to grow. And then I'm seeing these apples and it's like the fruit of this tree will not be worth the trade. The fruit of this tree will not be worth it. Okay, interesting. We have an awakening as well as divine timing. So I think that this is meant to happen in this timing. Meant to happen in this time. Or from this? No. Okay. Which one? This one? This one? Okay. Okay. Sorry about this, you guys. I have it facing me. Let's flip this around for you guys so you can get a look at what's going on as well for yourself. Because as much as I can read, there's always going to be specific things that you might pick up on from the cards or from what I'm saying that perhaps I don't necessarily, my human doesn't understand the significance of just yet because it's for you. Interesting. I said it's for you, and what comes out but the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. A completely different energy, it feels like. Excuse me. A clearing. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who excels at growth, who excels at knowing what to allow to grow. There's a rabbit on the bottom of her card, and the rabbits are very interesting little creatures. They're very quick to reproduce. There's a lot of growth within their families and very quick come out to time. And I'm seeing the Seven of Swords again. I want to be careful with the words that I use because I think it's important. But at the same time, this... Give me the right word, Spirit. Let's just keep pulling cards. Let's keep following where we're supposed to go. Self-worth and trade. You've traded away something of yourself for less than it's worth. You got something from it that isn't actually even worth planting. And because that Queen of Pentacles part of you recognizes what good growth is, you also recognize what bad growth is. Excuse me. 10 of Pentacles. And in reverse, and Temperance, which tells me it's almost like when you plant a plant that is non-native to an area, and it begins to not poison the soil, but take over. This one? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The sacred, the sovereign woman, but reversed. It's like a lapse in seeing your own divinity. What is going on here, Spirit? This is kind of making my heart hurt a little bit for whoever this is for. Yeah, it's like you're not even aware of it yet. What is going on here, Spirit? Switch decks. Okay. You got it. Switch decks. This is very interesting. It feels like there's so much confusion, so much need for me as a reader to try and figure this out. And I'm hearing just keep following. So maybe that's important for somebody. What's going on here? Next. Okay. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit. Clarify for me, clarify for those who are present. What's going on? The Three of Discs, the Three of Pentacles. Is that it? You've been working in spaces with people. Oh, yeah, Five of Wands. You've been working in spaces and places with people who are, there's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of explosive energy. I'm not even necessarily seeing like healthy competition. I'm almost seeing like explosive competition. Like explosive anger, explosive something. What's going on? Explosive anger. Fighting amongst family. I'm hearing fighting amongst friends, fighting amongst yourselves. Burning what you thought was beautiful, I'm hearing. Three of Wands and the Daughter of Wands. Yeah, where there's smoke, there's fire. Something's burning. And it's like Spirit is coming in to be like, hey, focus. What are you planting? Really interesting. I don't normally get quite this type of voice coming through in my readings, but if you're here and you're resonating with it and you feel like it's for you, use your own discernment and your own intuition, but this is quite a different voice. So I'm very curious. Ooh, Ten of Swords. I'm hearing this has to stop. Ooh, Three of Swords. Priestess of Swords. Okay. The Tower. Okay, I am hearing whatever this is in your life that you are standing here and staring at, because, or even that you're not even allowing yourself to grieve properly, has to stop. Whoever you're working with, where there's infighting, this was upside down, whoever you're working with, where there's infighting and unhealthy competition, acidic competition, backstabbing, I'm hearing, I'm hearing the ends justify the means. I'm seeing, yeah, another Five of Cups right here. Yeah, I'm hearing you're supposed to be more abundant than this, and you know this. Why do you keep insisting that your self-worth is less than it actually is? We have a trade to make for your actual self-worth. Another Four of Cups. Not another, sorry, but we have a lot of fours on the table, my bad. We have 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. We had 2 sevens, we have 2 nines, 2 fives, a 10. Four of Cups. I'm seeing walk away. Really interesting. Priestess of Swords. You are not somebody who just receives wisdom. You are somebody who expresses that wisdom. But that doesn't mean that we're perfect. It doesn't mean that we know everything. There's this need to move with the energy, but move in a way that is no longer fighting and hurting each other. That's no longer the ends justify the means. Do whatever must be done in order to keep the wall the way that it is, or the ideas that have kept you quote unquote safe, or kept you and your family safe. Whatever these practices, habits are, I'm hearing you're getting the wrong kind of trade for that. Tell me a little bit more, Spirit. What's going on? Change of decks. Yeah, okay. Change of decks. Which one? This one? Okay. So, okay, we've got a bit of a call out actually this time, which is really interesting. I don't know if I've had a video with this kind of energy before, but I'm not against it. I know there's a reason. I know Spirit knows what's up. I know that your spirit guides, angels, ancestors know what's up. They know you. They know your true worth. They see your worth. And I can almost guarantee you it's higher than what you think it is. Yeah, they are planning. They are putting together a way to get you through this situation. But yeah, ooh. They are making plans and they are saying, like, be ready to get out of here. That's interesting. Like, be prepared to take off and take the next step, because whatever this is, I have the Lovers reversed and the Ten of Swords. It's done. I'm hearing the choice. Ooh, I'm hearing the choice has been taken out of your hands. Ooh. Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. I'm seeing this thing was acidic. I'm seeing you in pain. I'm seeing you lowered to doing things, cutting corners to survive, to try and live. I'm hearing trying to build when somebody's throwing seeds of weeds into your soil. When there's trying to see the stars when there's smoke clearing, like filling the sky. I'm hearing salting the earth. Yeah, there's salt here that's fallen out onto the ground. I don't know what you're going through. I don't think I can identify exactly what it is. I think it's different for everybody. But whatever this is that has been keeping you in, excuse me, in these patterns of quietness, in this pattern of sit down, shut up, do what I tell you, in this pattern of, well, just do what I've told you. Stop. You gotta let yourself be removed from that situation. Yeah, because you've put in too much work. You've put in too much work. And Spirit is saying, look beyond this circumstance. Look beyond. Yeah, ooh, something's coming in fast. I'm seeing this as your spirit team. Like, we are coming in. We're going to pick you up. It's going to go there. We're coming in. We're going to pick you up. Cut the deck. We have the sun upright. Look at that. So it's really interesting because this isn't actually like, yes, there is a bit of a call out in it, but it's also so loving. Like, I feel like the intensity of it is coming from like angels and ancestors and guardians who are seeing the pain that you're in and trying to ease it. It's almost like this idea of Fenrir being the world ender. There's something within you that you feel if you release it, if you unleash this thing within you, it will end your world as you know it. And so you have kept it locked and silenced within you. And maybe there have been external forces, people, places, situations that have doubled down, who have backed you on that. I'm seeing collaboration, but a collaboration that is not healthy. I'm seeing somebody looking at what they don't have. I'm seeing we build it this way because it's the way it's been built. I'm seeing people falling off cliffs and somebody saying they deserved it. And your heart knows that that's not true. That's really interesting for somebody. I don't know what that is. I'm hearing stabbed in the back. And then like, oh, but I deserved it. No, your spirit team is saying, no. You know better. You have more wisdom than that. Treat yourself with more value. I'm almost hearing like a grieving voice, almost like begging you in a way. Like, we've gone from really intense voices to really like emotional voices being like, for the love of God, like for the love of yourself, open your eyes. Whoa. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. What a message. The chiromancer. Yeah, delivering news, collaboration. Spirit is delivering this news to you because it is time. Because it is time for this part of yourself that you've locked up, that you've silenced. I'm seeing a voice that's been cut out, a voice that's been silenced, a voice that's been closed. I have had lots of blocks in my throat chakra this reading. I'm seeing silence, and now I'm seeing movement. I'm seeing this news is being delivered to you as a confirmation that it is time. It is time. Where there is smoke, there's fire, and the fire is burning. It is time. And you're not doing this alone. Your spirit team is with you. Your spirit team walks with you. Your spirit team is guiding you. So walk with them, because they're going to lead you where you need to go from here. What else, Spirit? What's going on? Anything else from this deck? One more. Thank you. The Spy Master. Interesting. Knowledge and distrust. There's a key here. There's a key in your knowledge that will allow you to unlock this part of yourself, which you are meant to do. You are meant to unlock this part of yourself, and it is time for you to unlock this part of yourself. I'm hearing you set it up this way. I'm hearing you set it up this way, and you asked us to be here with you, and so we are here. But there's also this element of distrust. It's like you've been surrounded by enough lies that truth feels untrustworthy. And I'm hearing it might be uncomfortable and feel strange. But trust that inner knowledge, and trust that your inner knowledge and your inner knowing can change as things change around you. Because whatever this was, I don't know if it was a toxic ex or a toxic yeah, I'm seeing the lovers out here. I don't think it has to be that, though. I could think it could be really anybody in your circle, be it family, friends, acquaintances, people around. There's been a sense of distrust in yourself. It's almost like you haven't had the opportunity to trust yourself, or to even learn that that's an option. And so you've trusted other people when it came to what you should plant in your garden. And Spirit is saying, you have the key. You have it. It is within you. This deck? No. Which deck? This one? Yes. It is within you. And it might feel frustrating. I'm hearing somebody I'm hearing somebody frustratingly calling out, saying, oh, thanks. It's within me. Great. That helps me so much. And I get it. I've been there. Let me tell you, me, Auntie A, I have been there before, and I understand it. But it's worth it. Doing this is worth it. Figuring this out is worth it. The crone. I'm seeing more ancestors here. I'm seeing more guidance. I'm seeing wisdom. If you don't know if you can trust yourself now, imagine yourself as an older person. Imagine yourself as an elderly woman or an elderly man, and imagine what kind of wisdom of life lived might give them that is for somebody. Imagine what wisdom you could have and go from that. What's this? Ooh, more temperance. Okay, interesting. We saw temperance earlier. This is an interesting temperance card, though, because it's flow. It's the tides shifting. It's the very magnetic force of the universe. But then we also have the Five of Swords again. Again? No, we had the Five of Wands here, right? Yeah, so Five of Wands and then Five of Swords. Whew. And then the Hanged One. Ooh, interesting. It's almost like we are going to hold you up for just a second while you get this figured. While you realize where your strength is and what your value is. And it's okay. It's okay. It can take as long as it needs. You're not in trouble. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune, you're not in trouble. It's just time. It's just time. And you're not in trouble for this being true anyways. We're all human. We all move like humans do sometimes. And so this is like, yes, it's a call out, but it's not an indictment. This isn't a court case where you're being, judged as guilty or innocent. This is just divine timing. And so you've been feeling it, building and building and building, and maybe not knowing what or where to look or what to cut out. But Spirit's saying, like, the first thing you got to do is see your value again. The Wheel of Fortune. See all the different aspects of yourself and allow yourself to be revealed in new ways to your own perception. Because this isn't a forever thing, I don't hear. Yeah, 8 of Wands. This is happening quickly. So don't, it may have been building for a long time, but that doesn't mean that it's going to take 20 years necessarily to fill through. Some things take 20 years, I'm hearing not this one. This one's been around for a long time. Death on the bottom of the deck. Look at that. It is time for the old to pass away, for the snake to shed its skin, for what has held the energy and been bound in matter to pass away, and for that energy and those nutrients to pass into the earth and to grow into something new. And that is where you are at. And there's a bit of self-distrust, and Spirit saying, if you can't trust yourself, trust us. Yeah, the Moon. If you can't trust yourself, trust us. See yourself in us. Allow us to show you how we see you. That's beautiful. I'm also hearing the Moon is my spoilers card. So it's like there's so much more. I'm seeing this woman is radiant within herself, sitting in the waters. But then there is also a reflection of herself in the Moon. There is self-seeing I'm seeing here. That's beautiful. And maybe that's why you're required to take a moment of stillness, because maybe you wouldn't be willing. Maybe you would just be moving the same exact way as you always have been, right? Justice. Libra energy out here. Justice. Justice is not just a court verdict and words spoken. Justice is action taken. And that's why Spirit's saying, you can hear these words, Auntie A can say these words, but what matters is that you receive them materially, I'm hearing. Like physically, somatically in your body. There's strength in allowing yourself to be nurtured and allowing those who love you to come around you and uphold you. 8 of Wands. What's going on there? Yeah, you've been working really hard. I'm almost hearing there's somebody who might be really frustrated in hearing this reading, and my heart goes out to you for that. I have to honor these readings, but I also, understand that we as humans listening to them have various reactions. And I'm hearing, I've worked so hard. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm still not seeing something? What do you mean? And it's Spirit saying we're not, what's the words? We are not discounting the work that you have already done. You have done good work. But that work was a part of the lead up to this. And you're not doing it alone. It is just time. I keep hearing it's time. It's time. Yeah. 4 of Discs. That's like, I have to protect myself. I have to sequester myself. And then the opposite of that I'm seeing. So this one woman is hiding away, hiding what she values away. And in this card, in the Empress card, it's being brought out into the light. It's being expressed and shared. And I feel like that's the difference. Maybe you were in situations where you did have to hide that part of yourself, where you did have to shut your voice down. And if you did, I am sorry. Because I've been there and it sucks, to put it lightly. But I'm hearing your voice, your heart is meant to be witnessed. Your voice and your heart are meant to be witnessed. This one? Yeah, 10 of Cups on the bottom. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, wait, hold on. 10 of Cups on the bottom, and then we have the Ace of Swords. Truth connected to your spirit. Being realigned with your truth, and then wielding it in a way that moves you like a magician. That moves you in a new, more, I guess, evolved is a word, way. Evolved for the self, not something else. Yeah, the world is the elevated version, the learned version, the experienced version of the magician. And so I'm seeing like this is just part of like the experience of becoming a more whole self. Can I show this one? I'm not sure I can. I might have to pop that over here. Hold on. Whoop. Love these decks. But there's a few things inside them that YouTube mayn't like. So let's we're sitting at I looked at the clock, 3111. 3111. I want to end this message off, or at least come around towards the end of it, Spirit, if that is what is right. Yes, all of these? No, top one? Yes, okay. You're standing at a point of choice. We're Wheel of Fortune reversed behind it, and we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. It's like Spirit is saying, you hold the sword of truth. You are the one that wields your truth. And there might be in your life darkness, there might be things burning. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? We've got fire on this card. There might be monsters lurking in the dark in your life. Things that cause real, consideration and fear. I'm not going to deny that. But you are being asked in this moment to be still and decide for yourself. Are you willing to see? Are you willing to see what has and has not been working? And what is not for you, I'm seeing. Are you willing to see where you've sold yourself short? Are you willing to feel the, feel the grief of that? Are you willing to speak up for yourself? This one, yeah. Are you willing to speak up for yourself? Are you willing to fight for what's worth fighting for? We have 2 10 of Cups on the board, you guys. This is not a bad reading. This is not a, you have screwed up and we as your ancestors are here to smarten you up, smack you upside the head. No, that's not this. And if you have people in your life that treat you like that and call it love, no, I think that's a different reading for a different day. But yeah, you gotta stop spending time around people who separate you from seeing your own worth, who insist your worth is less. Can't be around those people. And I understand that that's sometimes easier said than done. But you have to trust your knowing. You have to trust your knowing about this one. You have to trust that divine spark, that divine wisdom within you and your angels and your ancestors and spirit guides. Because I can tell you stuff, but this is all confirmation. This is all for someone who needed to hear it, who was already kind of aware of this. Hello? All the way off my chair onto the floor. Oh my gosh. Upside or right side up or upside down? Okay, interesting. I got the 4 of Wands, but it's in reverse. Ooh, I'm hearing if this is your partner who's doing this, who is encouraging this self-sabotage, this like I'm almost seeing like self-flagellation, like self-hurting, trigger warning. If this is your partner who has been confirming your own vision of your self-worth as being less than it actually is, Spirit is saying that that's done. That's done. I'm coming back to this Lovers and the Ten of Swords. There's better. You deserve better. This is not a seed you want to plant. Ooh, interesting. I don't normally like to tell you what to do per se, but I gotta honor what's coming through in the reading. I got it. I have to honor that. And so that's what it says. That's what they're saying, you know? And I'm not saying that you should just like go and do anything right now, but like this is about being willing to see what might be hard to see. So it might not, you know, this message I believe is for somebody, but it's not for necessarily every single one of you. But it is worth opening your eyes to see what is working, what is not, what is validating my self-worth as it is, and helping encourage to keep me there. Because you're worth more. I'm hearing you have so much within you. Which one? This one? Yeah, you have so much within you, the Seven of Cups. Wishes that are waiting to be fulfilled. And so staying in this energy, these two? No, yeah, okay. So staying in this energy is like staying in a place where your self-worth as less than what it really is continued to be validated, will not do anything for you. And so in a way, part of this choice is being made just through the movements of the universe, and Spirit is asking you to take a look at it with open eyes. Look at it with open eyes. See what you really deserve. Yeah, the Hermit, go within. If there's nothing outside of you that is telling you that you are worth more than you think, go within and find that voice. Go within and find that voice. Because something within you understands that you are worth more. Ace of Cups and the Hermit, you guys. You're worth more. You're worth going through this for. You're worth this process of internal healing, because that's where you're going to find this transition to greater worth. Oh, hold on. Yeah, this, you know, Spirit's saying we want to teach you how to balance being humble, like true humility, 3737, right when I said that, real humility with knowing and self-confidence. And, you know, she's sitting back very much like the Empress in this picture, telling yourself a new story about yourself. Interesting. A lot of blue up here, a lot of water, a lot of being connected with your emotional body and your gut, your intuition. This one? Yeah. Yeah, Three of Cups. Finding a more fulfilling group of people to be around. Really. Because being around people who don't see your true worth, trying to build something with them is not going to work. And so find people where it really feels like they are uplifting you, like they're filling your cup and you're filling theirs, and it's all reciprocal. It's got to be reciprocal, right? I feel like there might be one more, maybe. We'll see. It's been a slightly different reading energetically, but I really quite welcome it. Yeah, okay. So the Fool came out in reverse, but I'm hearing it's because you have to make the choice to flip it. You have to make the choice to step forward. To look at the world that you exist within and the world that exists beyond. It's almost like looking up at a version of being that you're like, oh, if only. Oh, gosh, if only. If only I could be that way. If only I could be worth that much. If only people would treat me with the kindness that they treat that person who deserves it. And Spirit's saying, no, you deserve it, but you have to choose. Are you going to cling to your idea of your own worth, to put yourself down, or are you going to take that leap of faith of the self, into trusting yourself, this version of you right now? Because I'm seeing when you do, A new energetic legacy is born. We have the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. A new energetic legacy is born. We have the World on the bottom. Then we have the Ace of Swords upright. Yeah, I'm seeing like, there's a film that I just watched actually for school. It's called The Doll's House. And I'm seeing, an individual who has lived a life a certain way and seen themselves a certain way, coming to a point where possibly through painful experiences, possibly through grief, possibly through hardships, to realize that it has a sacred duty to herself in a time when women only had sacred duties as wives and mothers, right? She sees herself as worthy of walking away, even if she doesn't know what's on the other side of it. She discovers that she is worth finding out, and that the people and the place that she's been staying in, whether it was the care of her father or the care of her husband, they have treated her like a doll, and she has absorbed that 4111. She has absorbed that belief into herself, and it made her naive, and it made her manipulative in a way that she didn't even recognize. When we don't see ourselves clearly and our values clearly, we move in a way that can be very harmful. And I know that that's a rough message to hear. I know that it's, but I have good intentions. They have good intentions, I'm hearing. And I'm hearing you can have good intentions and still hurt people. What impact do they have? Not what intention do they have. What impact do you have? Do your actions of, your belief in your self-worth, how has that impacted you? Because I'm sure you have pretty good intentions. Probably for yourself, probably for other people. But the choices that you make, regardless of that intention, still have impact. And there might be somebody, I'm hearing a mother warning their child against something because they have the intention of protecting them. They have the intention of loving them and keeping them safe. But that thing that they're saying to their child is only holding them back and only hurting them more. That kind of energy. And Spirit's saying you're worth more than that. You are worth more. Yeah. And I think that's possibly going to end it off. This one? No. This one? Yes. Okay, interesting. That one too? No. And to end it off, we have the Emperor upright. Interesting, because we started it off and I said, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be upright or down. And I'm hearing somebody say, what if I think it's upright and then I discover it's down? I'm like, ooh. Then I think you might have to work on your self-trust. And what that might look like is forgiving past versions of yourself, forgiving yourself for not trusting yourself, forgiving yourself for behaving in a way that was untrustworthy for yourself, and saying, I deserve to trust myself. 333 on the clock. I deserve to trust myself. I deserve to see my own value. 10 of Cups, Empress, Emperor. I deserve to see my own value. I deserve to make choices that impact my value in a positive way, that impact me in a positive way. Make choices where I begin to surround myself with others who see my value because I finally see my value. Being around people that I trust because I finally know what it feels like to trust myself. Page of Wands. Yeah, this might feel exciting and a little bit wild and a little bit like you're playing with fire, I'm hearing. I'm hearing, but I'm playing with fire. And Spirit's saying, yeah, there's smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So go find it. They're very excited. Go find it. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So go find it and tend it. Don't ignore it. Thank you. Last one. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Upside down or right side up? Fascinating. Okay. Whoever, okay. Yeah. Whoever, okay. I'm just going to say it. You got it, Spirit. Whoever is living with somebody who either was or is a partner who their words, the impact of their words has been a shrinking effect on you, that you have felt yourself constricting and contracting when they speak to you and when they speak about you, when you have a moment of, yeah, you're right, I don't deserve that. When you're speaking with them, I just heard a gavel. I just heard somebody yell, done. Over. And I don't want to yell into the microphone, but done. And you want to know why? Death and the Lovers. I'm going to show you these two. Death and the Lovers. You might really just have to let this go. I'm sorry to say it, because these did not come out outright. This is not a death of an old way reconnecting with the lovers. Somebody's got to hear that. This is not a moment where you get to look at this and say, oh, well, I suppose my twin flame will figure it out and I'll come back in a couple of years and they'll speak to me nicer. They'll talk to me nicer. No, I'm hearing a very firm no. A very firm no. I'm hearing if you must unmask it and see it for what it is, we will let you. But you're also allowed to trust your gut and to trust yourself and walk away before having to do that. So if you have to, that's okay. We're not going to condemn you for needing to see a little bit more truth. And if you need to pull back the curtain a little more and understand what's really going on here, we will help you. But you have a choice. And you are allowed to walk away without having to have explicit, proof I'm seeing. Because there is someone that will treat you better. So let it go. Because you have to learn to treat yourself better. So stop focusing on other people. Stop focusing on partners that aren't treating you right and thinking, oh, well, maybe they'll treat me better in a bit. Maybe if I just take a break for a little bit. No more. No more. Because you deserve to see your own sovereignty. You deserve to stand in the sun. You deserve more than this. And I'm getting intense because I can feel it. I can feel resistance to it. I feel you haven't seen how badly I've fucked up. Pardon my language, you haven't seen how badly I can screw this up. You don't know who I am. And Ace of Swords in reverse. You got to be able to start admitting where you're lying to yourself and where you're keeping people in your life who are repeating that lie back to you. But it's your choice. Don't panic. You're not being abandoned. You're not being left to your own devices by spirit. Yep, you have guidance. You have a foundation. Again, the Fool in reverse. This might be really frightening. This might be really frightening for you. It might feel like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Everything that's secure, I'm leaving behind. I'm hearing it was never secure in the first place. And you know that. If you're still here 48 minutes in, 48, then you know that. High Priestess in reverse. Excuse me. It's like I'm seeing a dial flipping upside and upside down. And Spirit is saying you keep revolving back and forth because you keep believing, you keep having it confirmed to you, or at least falsely confirmed, that you are less. And it's false. I'm seeing Queen of Swords in reverse. It's a lie. It's not true. It might be presented to you as truth. There might be even a logical reason, somebody might be logicking, it to you and being like, well, this is because of this and this is what is this. It's keeping you up at night. Because there's something more for you. A new seed to plant that carries worth in a way that I'm not even sure you can comprehend yet. Yeah, so much of this, so much of what is holding you back is in your mind. Wheel of Fortune again. And Spirit is saying, we are right here beside you. We are not abandoning you. But you have abandoned yourself. So come back. Because you can always come back to yourself. You can always, even if you've built a life on abandoning yourself, the first step is finding your breath. The first step is finding presence. And from that moment, you will see that the monsters that frighten you are not nearly as big and scary as you think. The things that you are afraid of, I'm hearing do it scared. There's going to be a tendency, there's going to be a desire to act in the same way and to self-sabotage. But that's because you haven't seen the full picture yet. And that's okay. We're human. We're not supposed to move with the whole picture all the time. This one? No. Because there's actually a lot of happiness here. There's the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles. We've got Ace of Cups. We've got the High Priestess. We've got 3 of Cups, the Fool, the Hermit, the Hierophant. There's so much good here. And it's like Spirit is saying, you're not seeing the whole picture. Let us see it. Yeah. The Tower in reverse. Interesting. The Tower in reverse. It's going to feel like your life is falling apart, and Spirit's saying it's not your life. It's the structure that's held you. Your life is bigger than this. You have the Emperor, for Pete's sake. You have power. Yeah, there keeps being this jumping out of things where it's like, oh, but I'm not emotionally mature enough. I'm not emotionally this. I'm not tuned in. I'm not this. I'm not that. And I'm seeing sort of truth. Cut through the BS. Cut through it. I'm hearing actually that's it for this reading. Wow. Yeah, that's it. Cutting through the BS. What a reading. What a reading. Oh my gosh. I want to leave you with a positive word because this has been a challenging energy, and I want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge that if you're here and you've sat with this for, oh my gosh, wow, 52 minutes at this point. This isn't an indictment. You're not in trouble. They're firm words because you are worth, I'm hearing you're worth getting angry over. You're worth protecting. Your angels, your ancestors, your guides, your guardians love you so, so much and are asking you to love yourself in turn. It's your choice. And each now moment, you get to make that choice again and again. And I say you get to because once you start learning how to value yourself, how to treat yourself kind, how to have better impact on yourself, how to make those choices in the moment, those choices will start feeling like gifts because they will start feeling like opportunities to treat yourself right instead of condemnations for not doing that. So take a breath. Treat yourself kindly. You are worthy. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for taking time, breathing, being present with yourself. I wish you a wonderful day. You can call me Auntie A, and this has been Herald and Hearth. Bye-bye.